Hello everyone, welcome back to Atreyu Crochet. And so in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make yet another beret in just 10 rounds. All right, let's get to it. Things you will need include some yarn. This is a super bulky yarn, number 6. This is 5 ounces or 142 grams. I'm going to try to complete the beret with just this one, but I'll let you know if I need more. I've never made it with this actual size. This yarn calls for a size 9mm US crochet hook, so that's what I have here. You're going to need a darning weaving tapestry needle with a big enough eye to feed that super bulky yarn through, and then you're going to need a pair of scissors. So we're going to take our yarn, we're going to bring it forward in front of 2 fingers, and then we're going to hold it, and then we're going to, from the back, wrap it around this way, creating an X like that. Put your thumb over the X and continue to wrap around, bringing it through the second and third finger. Now we'll take our crochet hook, we'll go under the first one, hooking it on over the second one, and then pull through to the front like that. Take your thumb and finger, grab there, and then gently slide out those 2 fingers. And now we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. In this ring, we're going to make 12 double crochet. To make a double crochet, we yarn over, go into the ring, yarn over, bringing that through to the front, and that's going to leave us with 3 loops on our crochet hook. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to yarn over and go through 2 of those loops. 1, 2, and now we're going to yarn over again and go through the remaining 2 loops. 1, 2. Make 11 more double crochet just like that. So yarn over, go back into the ring, yarn over, pull through to the front, 3 loops, yarn over, go through 2, 1, 2, yarn over, go through 2, 1, 2. I'll meet you once you have your 12 double crochet made, and remember that does not include the chain 3. So I have my 12 double crochet made, and now I'm going to slip stitch into the second chain up. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and that second chain there, that's where I'm going to slip stitch. So I just insert my crochet hook into that second chain, yarn over, and pull all the way through. And now I'm going to chain 3. Again, this is how I'm going to start every round. And that chain 3 does not count as a double crochet. 1, 2, 3. By the way, you have this opening there. You can take the tail because we made the magic circle, and you can just pull on it and it closes it up. Yes, I didn't tell you it was the magic circle because I didn't want you guys to start freaking out. All right, so round 1, the one we just completed, had 12 stitches. Round 2 will have 24 because we're going to put 2 stitches in every stitch around. This chain 3 doesn't count as a stitch. And the chain 3 in the previous round, round 1, doesn't count as a stitch. So the first actual stitch is the first actual double crochet, which happens to be right there. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to put a double crochet in there. So yarn over. This right here is the first actual double crochet. So we're going to slice the icing off top of the cake. Like that. Yarn over, pull through to the front. For 3 loops, yarn over, go through 2. Yarn over, go through 2. But I told you that every stitch gets 2 stitches. So instead of going in there again and putting a second stitch, I'm going to front post around that same stitch. So it's the same stitch that I just entered the top, right? But I'm going to do a front post double crochet around it like that. So to make a front post double crochet, I'm going to yarn over. Here's the stitch, right? I go just behind the stitch like that, back out to the front. Bring my yarn forward, yarn over, pull through, and now I have 3 loops. Yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. And now this one double crochet has 2 stitches. It has one in the top and then one posted around it. And we're going to do that for every stitch around. So let me show you one more time and then I'll let you fly. So the next stitch is here. Because I posted around that stitch, you might miss it. So be careful. What you can do is kind of pull your work apart and say, okay, that's clearly the next stitch. So remember, you always want to work in the top first, and then using that same stitch, we'll post around it. And then that'll be the 2 stitches, 1 and then 2. Okay? So let's do it. Yarn over, slice the icing off the top of the cake to make your double crochet. And now it's time to post around that stitch. Yarn over, just go behind it. No big deal. Bring your yarn forward. Yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, go through 2. And yarn over, go through 2. All right, continue doing that in every stitch around. You should have a total of 24 stitches. Remember, this chain 3 doesn't count. And I'll check back in. So as you can see, I've made it back around. Look at this beautiful pattern emerging. So we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to slip stitch into the second chain up. 1, 2, and that leaves a 3rd chain above. So go into the second chain up. 1, 2. Insert your crochet hook, yarn over, and just pull all the way through. Chain 3. Remember, we do this every time. 1, 2, 3. It does not count as a stitch, that chain 3. All right. So we always want to go to the first actual double crochet, which is here. This is the next stitch. So the pattern will be 1, 2. This is the next stitch. It's going to get 1 stitch. And then the one thereafter, that front post double crochet, is going to get 2 stitches. And you probably already know how we're going to get 2 stitches in there. All right, so first, the next stitch is there. So just put a regular double crochet in it. 1. All right, and then the next stitch is this front post double crochet. There's its top. We're going to put a regular double crochet in there as well for the 1, but remember, this one has to get 2. To continue that posting pattern, now to get that second stitch in that stitch, we're going to post around it. So just go behind that same stitch that we just went into the top of and make your post. So now we have 1, 2. The next stitch, remember, it's kind of hiding back there. It gets a regular double crochet. That's the 1. Now we didn't need to do the 2 in the next stitch. The next stitch will start out. The first stitch will be a regular double crochet. But then to get the 2, we're going to post around that same stitch. So it's the same stitch, we're just posting around it to keep that pattern. And that's what it should look like. Continue in that fashion, and I'll see you in a bit. So I just completed round 3. Round 3 should have a total of 36 stitches, and we're going to start round 4 the same way. So go into the second chain up, 1, 2, insert your crochet hook, and then slip stitch. Pulling all the way through. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Does not count as a stitch. And now the pattern is 1, 1, 2. So we just do exactly the same thing, following the same rules. So we find the first double crochet, which is there. So this stitch right here, and we're gonna slice the icing off the top of the cake and put a double crochet in there. That's the next stitch. It's the first actual double crochet. So 1, then the next stitch, which is there, we put a regular double crochet in. 1. And now the third stitch, which is that front post there, that's the one that's going to get the 2. Okay, so first we go into the top of it, slicing the icing off the top of the cake. And now we use that same stitch. This is the same stitch right there. And now we post around it, and that gives us the 2. That gives us that second double crochet. So the pattern is 1, 1, 2. Those 2, 1, 2. All right, continue around, and I'll meet you in a bit. All right, I have one more iteration of this pattern, this 1, 1, 2 pattern. So the next stitch, remember, spread it and find it. Don't let it hide from you. 1, next stitch, gets 1, and then that third stitch is the front post. First, go into the top of it, slicing the icing off the top of the cake, and then for the 2, post around it. All right, that's round 4. Atreyu, you say you're gonna do this in 10 rounds. You better get to it because you've already wasted 4. Well, as you see, it's not a waste. It's very beautiful. And that's our last increase round, okay? You should have a total of 48 stitches. Let's see how wide this is. You could continue to increase following the pattern. So the pattern for the next round will be 1, 1, 1, 2. You put 3 1s, and then that 4th stitch, put 2, and so on and so forth. This is big enough for me. So this is about 7.5 inches, so about 19 centimeters. This is going to be like the top of the beret. So however big you want your top to be, continue with increased rounds until you get that width. Now we will start to add rounds which will close this beret up, okay? So for the next 3 rounds, this is going to be 1 double crochet in every stitch. So slip stitch into the second chain up, 1, 2, like normal. Chain 3, which doesn't count as a stitch, like normal. And now for every stitch around, we're just going to put 1 double crochet. So here's the first double crochet. It's the next stitch there. We're going to put a double crochet, slicing the icing off the top of the cake. Very easy. Make your way back around, slip stitch into the second chain up again, chain 3, do it again, make it back around, slip stitch into the second chain up, chain 3, and complete that round. And that's where I'm going to meet you. So 3 rounds of non-increase, just putting 1 regular double crochet in every stitch around, slicing the icing off the top of the cake. No front posts for these next 3 rounds. Got it? Good. I'll see you there. So I have completed my 3 non-increased rounds, just putting 1 double crochet, 1 regular double crochet, slicing the icing off the top of the cake in every stitch around. This ball is not enough. I think this, remember, was 5 ounces. The last time I made a beret, I used a 12 ounce super bulky ball. So if you have a 5 ounce, then get 2 of those. I'll find some other yarn when the time comes and I'll switch to that, but I'm gonna use as much of this as I can. And I'll leave a little bit for the nub that I'm gonna put on the outside. But this is what it's looking like. Isn't it beautiful? Ah, my gosh, look at that. All right, so we've crocheted 7 rounds. You should have a total of 48 stitches because we didn't increase or decrease after our last increase round. Like normal, you're gonna slip stitch into the second chain up of that chain 3, right? So 1, 2, that's the second one, go in there and slip stitch, just pull all the way through. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Does not count as a stitch, right? That is correct, because I said so. JK, JK. All right, so now for the final 3 rounds, because remember, we gotta finish this thing in 10 rounds. We only got 3 more that we can work on. They're gonna be alternating between front post double crochet and then back post double crochet, okay? So for this next stitch, we're gonna put a front post double crochet on there. You already know how to make that. And then in this next one, we're gonna do a back post double crochet. So let me show you. So we'll make the front post. You guys, like I said, you know how to do this already. You've already been doing it. That's the front post. Now, for this next stitch over, we're gonna do a back post. Very easy as well. So yarn over from the back, come out to the front, and just go in front of the stitch. And then take your hook and go back out to the back. So this is what it looks like on that side, okay? So basically, you're telling that stitch to get to the back, right? Go in front, push it back, get back there, right? Now we're gonna yarn over and pull through like that. We're gonna have our normal 3 loops, 1, 2, 3 on our crochet hook, like we would any other time we're making a double crochet. And now we're gonna yarn over and go through 2, 1, 2, and then yarn over and go through 2, 1, 2. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can kind of see a little bit better. All right, and we're just gonna alternate between front post and back post. So the next stitch, which is there, it gets a front post, push it to the front, get up there and make your front post double crochet. And then the next stitch, which is there, get back there and make your back post double crochet. The remaining 3 rounds will be this alternating pattern. Front post, back post, front post, back post. When we get around to this chain 3, we'll slip stitch into the second chain up like always, chain 3 like always, which doesn't count as a stitch, and then we're gonna do the front post, back post, front post, back post. We're matching the stitches. So if you see a front post, put a front post on it. If you see a back post, put a back post on it, okay? And that's going to be our beret, you guys. Let me work on this a little bit. I'll probably gotta go find some more yarn since I'm running out. And yeah, I'll check back in and we'll wrap this up. So I have one more stitch. I'm working along round 8, just for reference. And I'm going to end with the back post, which makes sense because I had an even number of stitches, 48. If I start with front posts, then I should end with back posts. So it checks. So I'll make my final back post. Get back there. Sorry, too much Mortal Kombat. All right, and there's my back post double crochet. So now starting round 9, slip stitch into the second chain up, 1, 2. So stick your crochet hook in there, yarn over, pull through to the front and go all the way through. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Does not count as a stitch. And now we match the stitches. This is a front post double crochet, so we're gonna front post double crochet around it. The next one is kind of hiding back there. That's the back post, hiding in the back. Ding, ding, ding. Back post double crochet. So to match the stitch, I'm going to put a back post double crochet. So I go to the back, go around it, get even further back there. Yarn over, pull through for my 3 loops. Yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. The next one is the front post, so I front post around it. The next one is the back post. So I put the back post around it, and so on and so forth. Okay, so I'll do that for this round and then one more round of the exact same thing. Let me show you how to make the nub right quick. We're gonna start out by making a slip knot. Take your yarn, wrap it around your finger, twist exchange, wrap it around your finger that way, pull this one over that one and off your finger while lifting up on the loop that's still on your finger. Insert your crochet hook, and then you're gonna pull to tighten. So now we're gonna chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. In the second chain from the hook, so here's the hook, here's the first chain from the hook, here's the second chain from the hook. In that second chain from the hook, we're gonna put a single crochet. So we'll skip the first one, go into the second one, and then yarn over, pull all the way through to the front for 2 loops. 1, 2, yarn over, go through 2. 1, and then 2. And now we're just going to put a single crochet in the remaining 3 chains, 1, 2, 3. When you have thick, bulky yarn like this, it might try to split on you, so just be careful, take your time. If it starts to split, remove your crochet hook and re-grab the yarn. Here's my 3rd chain, and there's my single crochet. So I have a total of 4 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my nub, you guys. So now I am going to chain 1, and then I'm going to cut my yarn and fasten off like that. And we're going to use these 2 tails to attach it to the beret once we're done. You can cut these so that they're even as well, like that. And there's your nub. Let's get back to the beret. So I'm almost done. I'm almost out of yarn, even the leftover yarn. You know we hate leftover yarn, but it is truly clutch in times like this when you don't have enough yarn of one color. So I made it work. So I'm finishing my 10th round. I'm back around to this this chain 3, I'm going to slip stitch into that second chain up. 1, 2. Okay. I have very little yarn left, but I'm making it work. Like this. So I'm just going to slip stitch, pulling all the way through like that, and then I'm going to try to chain 1 to create a little knot if I can. I believe I got it though. There we go. Nice. All right. If you guys are wondering what I did with this final round, because I had so little of the original color and the secondary color, I decided to make the final round just alternating every other stitch. So before making each next stitch, I switched the yarn. You'll see I ran out of the original color there, and then I had the remaining color and I finished it there. So these things will happen. You'll make it work. But yeah, this is it. Isn't it beautiful? It is. All right, so pull on this just to close that hole up. Now let's attach our nub. So we have these 2 ends. We want to center them about the center. And on one side of the center, we want to put our crochet hook through there. You can use a smaller hook if you want. And then just hook it on like that and then pull it through. So that side is through. Okay. And then we want to go across from that, go through the stitches again in round 1, hook it on, and then we're just going to pull that through like this. These are our 2 tails. So before we tie a knot, let's take a look. Okay, it looks all right. So we're going to tie the first knot, and I'm going to do it like that. All right, before I tie the second knot, I want to take a look one last time, make sure my stub is positioned well, and it is. So now that I'm happy with that, I'm going to tie a second knot. All right, and then this tail, this was the beginning tail. Make sure you pull it all the way so that that center is closed, because remember that was the magic circle. And then you can start tying knots among these 3 tails where 2 or more are gathered, right? If you wanted to weave in your tail, especially with super bulky yarn like this, it helps to like really twist it so that it becomes narrower like that, and then kind of fold it in half, and then you can fit the yarn through the eye of the needle and pull it through. That's a very handy trick. And then you can just weave in the yarn wherever you want. I've tied several knots, so I'm not really worried about weaving in tails, but I just want to show you that for those of you who want to weave in your tails. So I'll weave in all these tails, and then I'll check back in and we'll wrap this up. All of my tails have been woven in and cut down except for this last one that I ended with. I'm going to take a smaller crochet hook and just go by a nearby loop. Bring that in towards the inside to get this to tend towards the inside. And this will serve as my tag. Okay, so I always know where the back of my beret is. All right, let's zoom out. So this, you guys, is how to crochet a beret in just 10 rounds. Many of you liked my previous video, you know, the one with the brown beret. I thought I'd do a slightly different pattern with this one. So if you like this video, definitely give it a like. And if you want to see my other beret tutorials, check out the playlist above.